What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, back with another banger. As you've seen by the title and thumbnail, I'm going to be explaining to y'all why you should buy a Dodge Charger RT over a Scatpack 392. As y'all see here, I got a 2021 Daytona RT. And yeah, so let's get into it. All right, so starting with this 5.7 motor. When I say this, RTs have a lot of potential, bro. RTs has a bunch of potential. And what I mean by that is that the stock block on the RT can take a shitload of boost, bro, without you blowing the internals or blowing your fucking engine out, unlike the 6.4s. So if you're going in the car market and going in to build a car and you want a charger, don't go for the 6.4. I would say that much. Like, don't go for the 6.4. Don't go for the Scat. But if you're just going in and you want the power automatically, then yes, the Scat will be 100% good for you if you can find a good deal on one. That motor has a lot of potential to push out a lot of power at a, I guess you would say, cheaper in quotation price than build off a 6.4. Not saying you can't build off a 6.4, but it's way more in depth and building off a 6.4 than it is for this 5.7. You could get this 5.7 up, shit, 500 plus horsepower, and that just being off the stock block itself. Just don't sleep on them, bro. So second will be pricing. So with the pricing, when I say pricing, so I'm not gonna say these aren't overpriced, because they are. This is all Chargers in general, they're overpriced. That's just the car market as of now. But when I say pricing is, if you go into the market and you're looking at, okay, well, I make this much and I can afford a $30,000 car, $35,000 car, an RT is going to be right there. Like, so you could, so let's say you go buy a new one. Some of the new ones I've seen in my area, 47, which is crazy to me. But if you compare it to a Scat, brand new, I mean, Scat, you pushing almost 70, 80 grand for a Scat. So that's still up there. But when you look on the used side of it, a used RT, even this one, so this RT that I got was 28 grand, 30,000 miles. So a used RT, you could find, if you do your research, and be patient, you could find a good deal on an RT that's not gonna run you your pockets. Now, on the other hand, with a used Scat, me personally, if I'm going for a used Scat, I'm gonna try to find a low mileage Scat. But even with a low mileage Scat, bro, it's hard, dog. Like, you still gonna be paying almost 50 grand for a low mileage Scat, or like 40, maybe 45 grand for a used Scat. Not saying it's just crazy, but I mean, 28 grand, and I got a Daytona with the Alcantara seats, sunroof. I mean, shit, I'll take it. You feel me? So pricing will be another thing. I would say the third reason. So maintenance. When you're going in and you're looking at an RT and you look in versus Scat, bro, maintenance, you gotta consider maintenance in it, because maintenance plays a big role. And I'm talking maintenance from brakes, maintenance from oil changes, maintenance from tires, maintenance from that's little shit you got to get done with the car. Maintenance is going to play a big role on how expensive that car is going to be. So RT, these brakes aren't as expensive as the Scat brakes, and because the Scat's got the Brembos. Man, I heard some people, shit, brake change or stuff like that with the Brembos, man, you spending like almost what, $1,000 just for. And I'm this is me saying you going to a shop to get it changed. But the brakes itself are expensive. So just take that into consideration, man. Maintenance is going to play a big role. I mean, oil changes, like my oil change for my RT is $60. I think a Scat, maybe it's probably going to be fucking, hell, I don't know, $100, maybe $150. I'm not 100% sure. But maintenance is going to play a big role too in that. So if you're looking for a more budget-friendly thing, then the RT is going to be right up your alley, because the oil change is not too expensive, and then the brakes change aren't too expensive, and then tires, like I said, the tires aren't too bad. So yeah, maintenance will be the third. Now I'm going to go into insurance. Insurance is going to be the fourth one, and I don't know how true this is, but I would think it makes sense. So with insurance, an RT would be slightly different, slightly cheaper. And the reason why I'm gonna say that is because an RT isn't considered under a SRT, right? So I know some insurance look at, for example, if your VIN number has SRT, Scatpack, or whatever, they look at that. Look at if your car is more in the more likely to get stolen, which are the SRTs, the 392s and shit. I would say that play a role. Now, I'm not saying, I don't know if that's 100% true, so don't just quote me on it. But I would think that the insurance on an RT is slightly cheaper than the insurance, depending on your age too. It's slightly cheaper than you having a Scat. Next one. Okay. Now, this isn't really like a reason why you should, but they all look the same, bro. Like, unless you get in the wide body, dog, from the normal eye, niggas is not gonna tell if that's a fucking RT or that's a Scat. Like, not normal eye. From the person that doesn't know what about Scats or RTs, bro, they gonna look at a Charger and say that's a fucking Charger. You feel me? But they all look the same, bro. It's not like you getting something really crazy different from the RT and the Scat besides really that engine and the horsepower, of course. So if you're going in there and you saying, well, I want the Scat because it looks better interior wise, no, bro. Them all them bitches look the same. And just depending on what type of Scat you get, I mean, you can still get the cloth seats in the interior. So they all look the same. So yeah, that's just a little quick one I'm throwing in there. So next one, gas. So gas is 10 times cheaper than having a Scat, because with the Scat you have to use premium gas. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. With the RTs, 89 is what you use, but if 89 isn't available, you can use 87, which is just a regular gas. But of course you want to stick with the 89, which is 10 times cheaper than using premium gas. And that goes back to what I'm saying with the maintenance. That's gas is considered, it's not considered, gas is included in that too. So just imagine if you're going in here thinking that you're just gonna get a Scat and gas isn't gonna be crazy, then that's the wrong mindset to have, because it's gonna be expensive. Even with the RTs, it's expensive too, but it's not as bad as what I hear people with fucking Hellcats and Scats. You feel me? So gas is cheaper on the RT. Exhaust sound. So from exhaust I have heard, mind y'all, I have a mid muffler delete, but the RTs actually have a deeper tone. It sounds slightly better than the Scats, in my opinion. And I mean, y'all might say that's a little biased thing because I got an RT, but I have heard a Scat exhaust and I have heard the RT exhaust. And me personally, I think the RTs have a better tone than me. The Scats, I feel like it's more like a little fancy, you feel me, type of tone. But I mean, that might be more like an opinion thing, but I think the RT exhaust sounds better than the Scats. So exhaust sound, I would say the 5.7s is better than the 6.4s. Another good reason why I would say to start off with an RT is because you can learn the power first with an RT, then move up to a Scat. Because a lot of y'all like to get a Scat automatically and do crazy shit into it, and y'all wreck it within the first 2 or 3 months y'all having it. And I'm not talking about this normal wreck. Y'all absolutely total out your car and now you're fucked. You feel me? So I would say use the RTs to learn the power. After you get comfortable going at those high speeds and stuff, and learning just the horsepower, then I say take baby steps and move up to that Scat. You feel me? Don't just go into getting the Scat and then you trying to fucking drift a corner or some shit and you fucking total out your car. You spent all that money, you worked hard and to get the car, and you fuck it up because you couldn't handle the power of what that car is giving out. So RTs, I say start off with this because it's a lot less horsepower and it's easier to handle, and you can learn that and then move up and then of course get the Scat. Unless you want to skip that and go Hellcat. But let's move on. So my last reason would be RT is a better daily, right? So if you're going in and you know that you want to daily this car, I would say an RT would be better, because it's me personally, if I had a Scat or Hellcat, I wouldn't want to daily it. I'm not saying that you can't, but I will personally like to daily a RT before I'm dailying a Scat. And the only reason why I say that, because bro, the maintenance on them Scats, bro, are way more expensive. With this one, I can daily, I can drive back and forth to work, and gas ain't too expensive. I'm not worrying about what's gonna, you feel me? I'm not worrying about all that. Like the dailying I'll leave that to the RT. So if you're going in and you know you don't have a daily, and this is going to be your main car, I say, it depending on where you live, me personally, I would say to go with the RTs, because it will be a better daily for you. So yeah, a daily, I would say a RT is better for that. And yeah, so that's gonna end this video. That's all my reasons why I think you should consider a RT over a Scat. Mind you, all this is just what I think. But anyway, if you like the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. And so if y'all feel like I should have put something in there, let me know down in the comments. Or you feel like I was wrong about something, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I'm out.